Okay, I'm at a friend's place who is an avid CRT collector with a very big collection, and today we're going to film this Barco monitor in front of us. It's the Barco OCM 3346 Q Multidata II monitor. It was manufactured in November 1994, made in Belgium. Its price was around $4,795 US back in its day. This one's set to 220 volts, and what we'll do is I'll take the camera off and give you a tour around the monitor. I'll just open up the garage door to get some light on the back so you can see all of the inputs, but here at the front, quite a good feature, I've never seen this before on any set, is the remote is actually in a slot of its own. So it just pulls out like that. There's the little flap cover, and when you want to put it away you just slide it back in, so that's quite different already. There's your barcode badge, Barco Multidata with the model number. There's an LED display there, LCD, whatever it is. It is a monitor, it's not a television, so that's not your channel number, but when you're adjusting the picture, stretching it or shifting it across, that will come up with some numerical number to show where you're at on the scale. Normally there's a flap on the front here, but that's missing. And the buttons inside are buttons to control screen properties, so you've got a horizontal amp, phase, and same with the verticals as well, so very handy for centering and stretching or shrinking picture size. And then you've got the typical, you've got your inputs, your different inputs, gives you a clue as what it's got. The monitor does have speakers as well. It's got sound, just basic speakers. It's 80 centimeters in size. Depending on what material you read, it might say 33 inch, 32 inch, but I generally call an 80 centimeter 32 inches, but we'll go inside and we'll check the tube shortly. It's got carry handles on the side. There's a nice little touch inside there. There's like a little rubber dimple so that it doesn't bang or doesn't mark the little alcove section there. Some speaker grills on the side there. There's probably the company that originally purchased it. This thing is actually a private import. Whether any came to Australia or not is unknown, but I mean it's going to be rare as it is, and it's pretty unlikely you probably ever find one, but this is an import and it's working well. It's got a wooden frame there. Again, you've got a carry handle on that side and you've got the speaker grill there. Right now we've got a colour bar pattern up on the screen, and that's actually the horizontal scanning rate of that is 25.5 kilohertz. So that's your mid-res, that's your hard to display sort of one. That's your mid-res from arcade games like Daytona and some of the Atari stuff. So that's already a pretty good positive sign. There's a multi-syncing monitor, and we'll go around the back and we'll have a look, but I'll just open the roller door so we get more light on. So around the back there is quite a collection of connectors and a very impressive SCART down the bottom. Video, RGB, S, analog, perfect. Go back up to the top and you've got your BNCs in there, and even the BNCs are color coded with red, green and blue rings around the base of the BNC connectors. Got 75 ohm termination, horizontal or composite sync there, blue, green and red, VGA, like RGB VGA, underscan on and off, RGB TTL, slave out. Then you've got a set of dip switches with a little chart on what they do. So the EGA and all sorts of things there, inverse, audio input, and even more connections, composite videos, 1 and 2 in the BNC form, audio, so there's quite the large array of connections there. There's your power input at the bottom, IEC connector. It's removable, not hardwired. Phillips screws on the, not Phillips, just flathead screws on the back, and we will open it up shortly to see what sort of tubes inside. There's your label on the back, made in Belgium, lovely. 1994, it's all there, you don't have to open it up to find out those details. Model numbers, even the tube, the CRT's got its ID there. It doesn't say its brand, we'll find out what that is, but there's the 80 centimeter, 220 volt. Okay, we're going to have to open it up and have a look inside. Righto, the back's off. It's very, very clean. We've blown it out, but it was very clean even before that occurred. It's it's a testament that it's probably going to last a while. It's been in a good environment. I mean, it almost looks new, to be honest. So here's the tube. It's a Phillips tube, and it's made in Germany, so we don't mind that. There's your speaker down there. There's one on one side and one on the other side, both made in Belgium. There's your yoke there. Looks like one of the molded sort of yokes, those Phillips style ones. No actual convergence rings. It's just all pre-made, predetermined out of the factory. Not sure how that works exactly, but it seems the way Phillips likes to do things. And there's several boards. And down here where the flyback is, you nearly swear there's two flybacks, and you look for two red anode caps, but that's not the case. It just seems that the focus and the anode voltage are in their own little separate control box there. Again, very clean. Very clean. And there's a label in there with the model number of the unit of the whole monitor. So she's Ridgy Didge. She's a proper match for it. X-ray warning. Some metal pieces here and there holding the chassis to the frame, to the wooden frame there. Very nice. And something I didn't point out before too, there's even like a little dimple on the outside here. It's probably just to maybe give it a little bit of protection on the side there. If anything comes up and against it, it just has a little bit of a buffer there to protect it. And also there's the main power switch, if I didn't mention that before. So what we'll do now is we'll just test a couple of consoles on the monitor and wrap things up. Obviously the monitor sits in this position fine, but due to its flat sides we can also rotate it for vertical games. Now with the Saturn connected, it has a few games in its library that have Tate or vertical modes, and the game that is about to be played is Xian Ryu. The next system to try out is PC. We'll rotate the monitor back into its horizontal or normal position. Okay, I've got the lights off and the room's really nice and dark now, so you can see the colours lovely there. PC's hooked up in VGA, so 640 by 480 with the Nokia test suite on screen, and it looks quite good. It's quite focused into the corners. The convergence is really good. So yeah, very nice picture here in VGA. This one's 800 by 600, so the monitor handles that, no problems as well, and it's still centered really well. So the Saturn's on the monitor now with the lights off again, so we're running at a horizontal scanning rate of 15 kilohertz, which would probably be one of the main things you'd use on the monitor, and the 31 for Dreamcast and PC and stuff. But it looks great. We've got it running on the 60 frame mode here. I don't know if the camera might be picking up a bit of Moya pattern or not, but I can assure you it looks good. So what basically this Barco is the European competitor against the Japanese Mitsubishi Megaviews and the NEC XMs. So they're all in the class of presentation monitors, big screens, RGB, VGA, multi-syncing capability, and I think that the Barco holds its own against those two other brands very well. Like they're all together up there. There's no doubt about it. And the Barco's got the scart straight up, wider range of connections, wider range of signals that it can take, and it's a very good monitor. I rate it very highly, and that's pretty much it. If you see one, grab it. They're very uncommon in Australia. Even like I don't know about this big one. Like there's probably none here, but even smaller monitors in Barco, very uncommon. But if you can find one of these in the States, and it's got scart as it is, I mean, you're laughing. Or over in Europe, beautiful. Anyway, thank you for watching, and while I'm here at my mates, we might dig up a few more treasures, make some more videos, and get them out to us. Righto, thank you. Bye.